Hey guys, welcome to the coreross channel. So after 6 days of no teasers, we finally have a brand new teaser, and it's a big one. It's the full reveal of the brand new map for the Korean season, and it looks really good. Now we already have a skyscraper map in the game, but it's basically just a building placed on top of a skyscraper. So I'm hoping this will be a proper skyscraper. I want to spawn at the top, I want to rappel down, I want to quick rappel in through the windows and it look freaking amazing. So let's take a look at this bit by bit and see what actually we have in this new map. So at the end of the trailer we actually get this nice profile of the entire building, and from kind of comparing that to the first shot we actually get off the map, it looks huge, like massive. So I'm thinking, is it the entire building, like the full circumference of that building, or are we just looking at a kind of segment of it? That would make a lot more sense. Now the great thing is, from this shot, you can already see windows we can get in that can probably get barricaded up. So that's definitely ways in. It does, however, look like we do have a lot of glass panels, but from the way it's kind of positioned, how there is open windows, it doesn't look like you could get in those windows. Only the open ones, I think anyway. I doubt you can actually blow the other windows up. Now the next shot gives us a nice vertical view and we can see the wall again. However, it's not the same wall we've seen earlier. The window positions are slightly different. So this is a different side to the building, which is cool. So we have at least two sides that we can rappel down. So that's great, lots of options. And we get to see the top of the building as well. And looks pretty open. There's a little bit of cover here and there, but I'm guessing this could be the place where the attacking team actually spawn. This would be cool, and this would be great because potentially no spawn peeking. Like, of course, people can try and shoot you as you're abseiling down, but without anywhere to actually step outside down below, that's going to be really hard to do. So I think we're looking at potentially the spawn points for the attackers. Now I am guessing there probably will be some sort of staircase or something, you know, another way in rather than rappelling. So it could be that, you know, defenders could run up, but I'm guessing they would get spotted on their way up to the roof. But we'll see. So by far, I think this is the most beautiful map I've ever seen. It doesn't actually look very Rainbow Six, I think. And I love the variety as well. So we can see kind of utility corridor here. That is obviously for like maintenance to go through. We can see a very interesting K-pop poster. So very South Korean. And it kind of matches up with what we've seen from the South Korean. One of the operators has a very K-pop kind of look. So we've got a nice poster there. Then again, much more of this kind of maintenance area. We appear to have potentially multiple layers of maintenance shafts that seem to crisscross all over. Pretty interesting and very curious to how this will work out, because I kind of imagine it as a way for the attackers to kind of spread out from their spawn points above, come down, and then spread out here. But then obviously defenders could just run up there. So I wonder if this is, you know, proper parts that the defenders will be defending as well. It seems to have a lot of verticality to it. Very vertical map. Very big as well, like, because you can see the length of that corridor. And if we're talking about this entire kind of top half of the building, that's pretty damn big. We've then kind of got this busted up holographic billboard with another kind of poster that looks like it's probably for a movie. And we can see these beautiful big windows. Now, I'm guessing you're not going to be able to rappel down these. I would love to, though. I think rappelling down there would be sweet as hell. And I think it would look very much like a movie if you had like 3 or 4 people kind of rappelling down here, shooting away. It would look incredible, but I'm guessing that's not the case. Now we can see this is kind of an atrium with a big ass tree. Really, really nice. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And again, it's very different style. So we've gone from those maintenance shafts to now this beautiful open atrium with trees and everything in it. A lot of wood. It looks beautiful. Now, here we go. I did theorize that there might be shootable glass that you can shoot out from underneath someone and they'll fall. This kind of looks like it could be the case. It could also be that this is just simply bulletproof and doesn't actually, you know, fall away. But I think if it does, it'd be pretty cool. And this seems to be, I think, above the atrium is my guess. Again, very different style with the nice steel beams. Very grey, very space age, and does appear to be pretty high up, I would say. But then very quickly we get to see 3 levels, and if you notice those monitors in the background there, we'll see them in the next scene as well, which gives you an idea of scale. So 3 levels here, then you see the TVs above, we can see that this kind of area continues around the corner. So we're looking like this map is just massive. And I'm loving that beautiful white barriers all the way around. Like I could totally buy this as a high class actual real life place. So I don't know if the developer should actually just get invested into architectural design because it's gorgeous. Then we get to see this from one level higher. So we can see down to the level where the camera was before. We can see like a double door down there that appears to be closed. So in this game, there's no doors that you can open. So it looks to be closed. We can see that again, that just continues round. It looks kind of like a reception. So I think we've got a central pillar, massive central kind of pillar in the middle here. And then this kind of goes all the way around. So it's really big. Seems to be massive. And then moving on, we have this absolutely gorgeous kind of bar, restaurant type area. Looks reasonably sized as well, so like another quite large area. Then we've got a reception to an investment company. Again, pretty big area. It looks like these walls are destructible. It's beautifully put together. Loving the look of it. Then we've got kind of a CEO type office. This looks gorgeous as well. I could totally work here. I'd happily work here. Like, that looks amazing. We've got some funky faces on the walls. Looks really cool. Another kind of reception area. Again, I'm guessing if this is kind of a circular kind of setup, we might have reception after reception after reception, possibly leading out into kind of offices or meeting rooms or something like that. So this appears to be, again, another kind of reception for a different company. Really gorgeous again. That whole wall on the left-hand side looks to be completely destructible. Right-hand wall there seems to be solid. Again, a lot of verticality. It looks like you can probably get up into that higher area and move around up there. Then another reception. So this kind of goes again with the idea that this is a circular kind of setup with reception after reception, making this map pretty damn big if that's the case. And in this one, I don't think we're looking at much destructible. It would be kind of cool if that center area there is maybe destructible and you can blow a hole through it. But it doesn't kind of look like it. I mean, of course, we've got two doors either side there as well. Then we've got a much more kind of European or American style bar, I would say here. And looks really good. We've got a dart game, which I wonder how you play that because it looks kind of boring. And it looks beautiful. A lot of good colour. We've got a destructible wall on the right hand side. I think that's another destructible wall at the back as well. No roof panels as yet I have spotted, so not much actual ways to get in from above yet anyway. Then we've got a place for beauty products. So Ash can stop in here, get ourselves some new nail polish colour and then leave. A lot of light, very clear, easy to see. I would say that both the walls on the right hand side look to be destructible. We've got a door on the left hand side there. Again, no ceiling access. Considering this map seems to have a lot of verticality to it, there doesn't seem to be much in the way of ceiling access points yet. Then we've got a really cool corridor. I'm guessing this is probably leading from one of the receptions into an office or restaurant type area. Looks beautiful. Now this is gorgeous. We have a piece of like modern art here. Gives us a real good sense of how tall this map actually is. And pretty significant. Now the glass on that front area as well looks to be kind of curved. So it looks like it goes out and then back in, which again makes me think you cannot rappel down it. I would love to be able to do that, but just from the design, I don't think it's the case. I love the modern art as well, that kind of sculpture moving. Looks great as well. Again, the developers should totally just get into making buildings now, I think. Now we get to see a really nice outside view, and normally the details on these outside views, especially if you go check out Skyscraper, looks pretty crap. This looks amazing. This looks incredibly gorgeous. Like the details in the buildings next door, the traffic down below, all looks sensationally good. So now we get an outside view, and this appears to be that bit of glass that I thought was domed, but it appears to have like the metal structure with glass on the inside and then also another glass layer on the outside. At least it kind of looks like that anyway. So it does kind of open up the possibilities of being able to rappel down it, but it looks pretty useless now. There's no way to kind of get in, which would have been handy. Now we also have a blog post with this that gives us a few more hints about other things as well. So it gives us an actual backstory. So there'll be a link in the description if you want to go check this out. And they say that our goal was to bring fear of heights and the sensation of falling when creating this map. And the verticality and sense of being high up is felt inside as much as outside. So that of course comes from like the glass floors and such. Now they also give us a bit of a look at what we're actually going to be dealing with. So, and they talk about a brand new process here. So normally what you have is a building, then you have spawn points, then you run to the building and you make your own kind of path there. Instead, the actual building, so the new feature utilizes the tower's structure and allows players to rappel down and through access points. So I don't know if the access points are just the windows we see on the exterior, or maybe we can get into like access shafts from the outside. That'd be kind of cool. And he says, should players be worried about campers? And the map itself is pretty large and was designed specifically so that the majority of the battles would take place in the center. So it does kind of sound like, for the most part, yeah, no spawn camping. You're pretty much going to be fighting when the enemy enter the building. And they say combat starts out mostly at long range. I wonder where that long range actually comes from. Is that shooting up into the glass floors, perhaps? Because I couldn't see where you would get that range. But once players draw closer to the center of the tower, it becomes a head-to-head shootout. Sounds pretty cool. And of course, they'll be showing this off on the finals for the 18th and 19th in Sao Paulo. So not long away until they're showing off the full reveal, and then I'll probably go live very soon after that. So anyway guys, that's my in-depth look at the brand new map coming to White Noise for Rainbow Six Siege. It looks really good. I think it's gorgeous, first of all. I think it looks big. I keep wanting smaller maps and we keep getting bigger ones, but I like the verticality of it. It's going to be interesting to see if indeed, though it's kind of segmented off into like reception and office, reception and restaurant, reception and like shopping mall type stuff, if that's the way it's set up, that could be interesting. That could quite kind of segment the big map into smaller and smaller chunks, which could be quite cool. And we definitely seem to have quite a few different areas that we can rappel down from the outside. We won't have to worry about getting spawn camped, and we might have a step closer to that kind of skyscraper idea that I think people really do want. And we kind of missed out on the actual real skyscraper map we already have that's kind of surprisingly called Skyscraper. So anyway guys, this is the new map. Tell me what you think about it, and I will catch you next time.